know whether it's really going to be quite as powerful as what the Jace would have been, which would have been a lot of added pressure around the map that Udyr loves. And there's Yone. Okay, Chovy going to be locking it in for us. And remember, the time that BDD wants to forget in his life was when he played Syndra into Chovy's Yone, man. Like, that's one that all of us want to remember for the rest of our lives. However, a very different story when it comes to the other side of the map, and this is a big gauntlet thrown for Humble Life Esports.
And Chovy has played, I have to remind everyone, 17 champions this season, and you could even point to 4 of the 5 champions that Fred at Breon have banned this game as champions Chovy has played in the mid lane.
Yep.
He hasn't played Kennen mid just yet, but you never know. But at the same
shout out to Prolly there, one of my favorite mid Kennen players from back in 2013. Chovy, who does mix up these matchups, Syndra should be able to try and get a little bit of lane control in the earlier stages of the game. But we'll just
Naryong does not. You'll end up losing half your health bar, and then if he does it to you again, you lose flash. And this is what I'm talking about with the Udyr pick. Let's see if he can make it happen.
He's coming in with the bear. There's the flash stun
as
Chovy gets that knock up. And too easy it is for Humble Life Esports. It's the Udyr that gets the first blood. Very, very nicely there as he looks to try and invade the chickens. There's a hook point blank onto Delight. Flame Chompers go down. He has to flash to get out of the way. Deft does take the lantern, and now Vista's in trouble. Henna over the wall, and now Deft by himself against 2. This is going to be dangerous, but a phenomenal play here from Fred at Breon on the bottom side, punishing the aggression from Humble Life Esports. Moving on into the enemy jungle. This red buff is going to be spawning relatively soon. As you can see, Umpty thinking about making his way over. Doesn't land the bowling ball and just looking to push this wave out for Yaharong. But that does mean a bit of space in the enemy jungle is given over to Johan as Chovy gets himself back. And unfortunately, there's the Unbound Soul. Has to ult his way out as the bowling ball's going to pick it up in the end. A bit of a mistake there from Chovy as the Unbound Soul means that they know exactly where he is.
This is really nice, actually, that Fred at Breon are able to get on the streak so quick. I don't know if they'll be able to hold this, though. It's going to be close.
Well, let's see how this one goes. Chovy does have it ultimate available. As nope, not going to be able to grab themselves the Drake, and now the fight is on. Vista in a bit of trouble here as Chovy finds the ulti onto Henna. Not the target that Fred at Breon want taken out earlier. Now Yaharong, both of the carries eliminated in an instant. And Humble Life Esports, yes, it is going to be a Cloud Soul. Yes, they lost the last good dragon. As Morgan has himself a Nara ultimate.
I mean, at some point, Fred at Breon actually have to start saying, all right, we can team fight now with this composition. I think this is going to be their moment to make that call. It's going to be a tough team fight, but Arbar ready here for Hoya means I think it certainly should take this fight.
Yeah, 5 members of Fred at Breon in the area, though, and Humble Life Esports just back away. They're like, all right, you're going all in. We'll fold.
Yeah, and
we'll see whether we can take down this outer turret, which they do very comfortably.
At least so far before this, but hey, they'll take it. Take any Herald fight you can take. Stolen!
Yep, Yaharong going to be quite frustrating there as Henna just picks that one up. Special delivery.
It's a really fast clear time they have on this Baron.
Yeah,
and they have vision control.
Melted. Vision is available. Good hook is going to land there as Delight might just get locked down very early. Not exactly the priority target, but into the backline goes Morgan. He's looking for more as the Lilia just gets exploded. Def now just able to comfortably front to back. Picked up a couple of kills already as Hoya gets Mega, but it's not going to be enough. No jungler, no support to help start off these fights. And Fred at Breon are going to have to give up the Baron.
I mean, this is the power of Udyr in its own funny way. You have control over the vision so easily and so safely that people... And then they took the one fight they took with vision control.
Well, there's the Solar Flare. Phenomenal hook as Yaharong has to flash away immediately. Deft, you can see he's got so many bodies in front of him as Chovy comes around with the ultimate. Looks to lock down Henna. Does so easily as Johan just fighting on the front line. Not worried at all. Deft is basically at full health as Chovy's still looking for more. Gets the flash out. And I think, Wolf, that this game might just be over.
I think so. I mean, there was your sleep Zonias that I was talking about from Umpty, but unfortunately it's just way too late. The game is over here, Atlas.
Deft is just so massive this game. This is why you don't give him the Jinx. This is why you don't give Chovy the Yone, right? But
there's so many things you can't give to this team.
That's the thing that's ridiculous, and I want to talk about this, but we need to talk about it later as Humble Life Esports are looking to lock down the Nexus. They want to grab a few extra kills as Deft might just fall down. No, he doesn't, and even claims the most important 50 gold.
They told their win conditions, they executed it well, and they got enough of a lead to where Deft is just free hitting everything. I mean, almost 20k damage to himself. Look at the damage from Henna.
Yeah.
Or the lack thereof, unfortunately. I hate to say it.
I mean, the thing is, like, you look at that and you're like, oh, Henna's bad, blah, blah, blah. But no, I think the composition didn't work if Harma Life Esports got the advantages that they did in the early game, right? And I think that they played the macro beautifully. I think Johan as well was exactly where he needed to be on the map, and I think it was because it was opened up by all of the extra vision control, like you were talking about. Like, the Lilia wasn't able to get in there. I think that, you know, Vista was able to roam around, got a few control wards that lasted an extraordinarily long time in the early game.
And this means we could see something like the Jace coming through.
Wow. Corky Azir.
Okay.
We're back to Corky Azir. Okay. Thanks, Chovy. How many champions do you want to play? As this is going to be the first time that he's played Corky, and I think it's about his 200th pick this season.
18th, technically, but yeah, we're getting
18th.
very close.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to round that up to 200.
He's going to be facing off against a lot of magic damage. The burn damage is going to be real from Lilia. And then Azir is obviously going to poke through a lot of that later on. But I think it just gives you such a great opportunity with the Senna here and the Corky. You have so much range damage actually behind this front line that it ends up being very potent, because if you try to burst down or burn down the Scion here, then the damage that is going to be coming out from the Corky and Senna is just so much.
In dive-style compositions, but that's not what they've decided to go with. They then lock away the Senna that has been so good for Def around here. Once the Gromp hasn't spotted Umpty just yet. As he pulls this one out, Vista and Deft are making their way up, so it's a little bit less dangerous, as now Umpty, spotted out, takes so much damage and will get snared. Hep-up Pulv is good onto Deft and Vista, though, as Yaharong will get the inside track immediately. That's going to be Morgan coming on over as Deft manages to get out of the belly just in time and stays safe. The train not going to really do too much there, as you can see in Frederick Brion. Now trying to limp away, but the AoE is starting to follow them. Johan gets through, Chovy flashes, and there's the phosphorus bomb for the kill on the Pigeon. Harma Life Esports take first blood and win the first skirmish.
What a great fight for Harma Life Esports. Looked risky for a moment. I mean, Johan was so out of position, and he was trying to rejoin the rest of his squad. The Emperor's Divide, unfortunately, didn't set up... Oh, yeah, not done yet.
Goodbye.
What? Okay. You know, didn't really set up any follow-up. It kind of zoned some of Harma Life Esports out for just a second, but things got messy as
it was almost so good, though, because it picked up Vista mid-Devourers. There's the Onslaught of Shadows. Goodbye, Umpty. And I have a feeling that the mental may have taken a bit of a bruising from game one.
Yeah.
Beautifully, actually.
Because no one else can actually challenge him anymore.
Oh, Hoya coming on over here as he does get a gnaw, but it is just onto Deft, who immediately explodes. The Rift Herald will be taken here by Johan, who's looking to now try and escape. So I guess theoretically you're going to trade HLE for a Senna. Good old Johan out with this one.
And they consider a fight too. Like the fact that they're even posturing around this makes me worried because you cannot win this fight right now, Frederick Brion.
And you may as well be somewhere else trying to get something else, right?
Yeah. You know, it's starting to show. The cracks are certainly starting to show. I mean, look at this mid matchup.
Yep, Chovy just going to use a very, very nicely placed Valkyrie, and Johan almost didn't need to come in for that one, but always giving over assists is a good idea, so you might say KS. I say efficiency. No. Didn't find the first one, as Umpty's going to do it again. There's the Onslaught of Shadows. Goodbye, my friend. Beautifully executed. Gank attempt. Umpty goes golden just to watch his death. That is a Zhonya's, so he doesn't waste anything for it as Chovy moves on over. Yeah, Morgan misses that cannon creep, so thanks for that one, Jonah Strong. And now might just die as Hoya about to hit Mega. There's the flash forward. Beautiful ultimate there.
The ultimate, so he cannot gnaw him into the wall.
It's named correctly, as it turns out, as Yaharong might just be solo killed, and he is. Chovy just chases him down. Very, very dead is the Azir. And I remember the Corky Azir matchup, Wolf, and I remember it being a little bit more even than this. We're talking about, like, this is Chovy and Deft against the world, and now Johan is going to receive Cast Curse, but no, instead he's just going to run extraordinarily fast and face check Hoya. So maybe it's not all over just yet, as he gets devoured from over the wall. Doesn't even have to use the ultimate, and Umpty is probably dead. Chovy, that was somewhat aggressive, one could say, is now some potential trouble here for the Tahm Kench, as Umpty was burning down for a while, goes down to a single-digit health bar. But
yeah, Henna has to heal to keep him alive. Despite the death, they reset. Now they've got Baron control.
Yep, package now going to be delivered over to Delight, and he does have the ulti available, so it keeps him alive for a little while longer, but He is still very dead, as now Johan going to get the devastating charge back. Umpty straight into a knock-up, and he is going to be obliterated as well. Hammerlife now to go back to the Baron that they'd started.
Ribbon is being put on the gift that
yes.
Hammerlife Esports are about to send their fans here. They're going to trade this for a Drake, but it's Cloud Soul, as you mentioned. It's not too impactful on its own.
Yeah,
you know?
One solitary Cloud Drake when Hammerlife Esports probably wanted to win this game before. There is a possible soul anyway.
Exactly. So
it's a rough time. Certainly going to be exciting as in goes Hoya and out goes Hoya. Goodbye, my friend. He will get stunned. As, okay, Dawning Shadow says no. And the no option of doing anything. Johan running extraordinarily quickly or galloping or cantering, depending on, I guess I didn't quite see his kilometers per hour at that point.
I mean, Atlas, this is the stage of the game where, you know, your front line is a Gnar or an Alistair, both of whom are burst down before they can be relevant. Looking like we're going to have the final moments of this game here, the final moments of this series. Fred Brion, one last stand.
Yep, Morgan in the front line, looking pretty comfy. Okay, here's the sleep. We do land it on it too. There is the Flash Emperor's Divide as the horse goes down very early, but Yaharong should be taken down. It's a really nice pulverize in the back line as the Corki is taken down as well, but not before he grabs himself a double kill, and now Delight is going to be hunted down by Deft. He has no mana, but he doesn't need it. Does grab the double kill. Is it going to be the full house? Deft's full of Chovies? The answer is maybe no. As Hoya, oh, maybe yes. He gets slowed down. Now Vista lands another tongue lash, and that is going to be that. The triple kill comes through. The ace goes down, and that is going to be Morgan clearing out these Nexus turrets and getting to work here. 25 minutes, a shellacking in game number 2. Hammerlife Esports playing with pride, playing with vengeance against Fredit Brion, and they will say goodbye to them. Unfortunately now,
where I don't think they're going to get nervous, and they have an opportunity to really have a great run.
I'm not sure how Def did more damage than Chobi that game.
Senna, man.
Congrats, dude. This was also a 25-minute victory. Senna is a scaling champion, so let's put that in context as well. Senna's just dumb, man. And look, Deft already had ludicrous, like, gold percentage, like damage percentages, you know? Damage per gold is what I tried to say for about 20 seconds.